After being in an authoritarian, high-control group, you start seeing the same patterns and methods used in other areas. Nationalism, brands, sports teams, political parties. And it can make you a little bit paranoid and react strongly to authority figures. If you've been in a cult, as I have, you are trained to have conspiratorial thinking. Witnesses, Scientologists, Mormons, Christian fundamentalists, all of them share a similar fear of a shadowy outside cabal that is out to get you. And you brave hero, you are part of the small group of righteous freedom fighters who are attempting to resist this maniacal, conniving group. It's important to shed that idea. There are groups out to influence you. There are groups that are out for goals that are not good for everybody, that are just good for them. Selfish goals. There are conspiracies, but they are not everywhere. So, after that long ramble, please go get your COVID vaccine. I don't have a large audience, but if one of you thinks about it and goes and gets it, that's one more than would have done it otherwise. It is safe. It is effective. There is no way that so many people could be in on some crazy conspiracy to do the nutty things that people have been accusing the pharmaceutical companies of doing. I have gotten both shots. The second one was a little bit rough, but that's because I had already had COVID, and that seems to be a trend. If you've had it before, your immune system reacts strongly. People I've worked with have gotten. I got the Pfizer vaccine. People I've worked with got Moderna. And fine, little soreness in the arm, no big deal. Please get vaccinated if you don't need it. The people around you might. If they are immune compromised, if they have asthma, if they have other medical conditions, if they're older, just think of them. You know, it's not a big deal. It's not going to do anything bad to you. The probability of you suffering adverse consequences from the vaccine is infinitesimally small compared to getting COVID, which I did, which my uncle did and almost died. It was very touch and go for a while. He was on a ventilator, and when he was off it, he was on oxygen for a really long time because his lungs were severely damaged. And even now that he's not off oxygen, he is severely limited into what he can physically do. Walking half a block completely exhausted him. Like, he had to call for a ride when he tried to walk the dog because he couldn't get back. When it comes to the risk of either permanent lung damage or death, or killing a friend or family member, or just a random stranger, I care about random strangers too. I don't want to accidentally infect someone and kill their Meemaw. Please get vaccinated. It's so depressing that experts are saying we might not hit herd immunity because of the amount of misinformation and vaccine hesitancy that is going on. Please get vaccinated. Please, please. Science. Trust science. You got out of a conspiratorial, magical thinking mind control cult. Embrace reason. Embrace good research. Learn to differentiate between trustworthy and not trustworthy sources. That is one of the things we were not taught to do in our cult. They tell you to do research, and that means read our publications to confirm your existing beliefs. Well, oh boy, I could just imagine how this is going to get turned back around for the conspiratorial-minded people, but just please, it works. It does work. And the worst that is going to happen is you can get a sore arm. Statistically, that's the worst that's going to happen. All of the other conspiracy theory things are so silly. They're so silly. Coronavirus is a real thing. It is really killing people. It is not good. I would like it to be over. I would love to see us all come together, just like eradicating smallpox and mostly polio that's still around, but mostly eradicating it. Come together as an international community, as a species, and be like, no, we're gonna science the hell out of this problem and we are going to vanquish it. Smallpox was a tremendous victory for the scientific medical community, the world at large, to eradicate a deadly disease that had plagued humanity for thousands of years. It's gone. We wiped it out because vaccines work, science works, and wide-scale vaccination is one of the most important medical principles, ideas, whatever that we have today. It works. It's real. It really is. And if you don't think it's real, go down to a COVID ward and let someone cough in your mouth. Please don't do that. They won't let you do that anyway. If you really think that it's completely made up, I don't really believe you. I really don't, because the number of posts I've seen on Reddit of the regret of like, I didn't believe it, and then I had a big party, and then 6 of my family members died, and now I feel bad about it. It is a real thing. And now that you're out of a cult, and maybe you're an atheist, we got one shot at this old flying around our sun. One opportunity. Maybe we should get vaccinated so that we, and those of us also on the spaceship Earth, can enjoy our time here and not have it unnecessarily shortened by a preventable disease. I hope I sold you on that. Please go get your shots. It's good. It's good for you. It's good for all of us. It is not without risk, but the risk is infinitesimally small compared to getting COVID or giving it to someone you care about or don't care about. Giving it to a stranger. I don't think any of you want to randomly murder someone, generally speaking. So this is a little off-brand, a little off-topic, but embrace science. Learn about science. Learn about the scientific method. Learn about how the peer review process works. Learn about how doctors and universities review medical procedures and medications to assess if they are more beneficial than the problem they are trying to cure. Hint, they do. It's not perfect. There is conspiracy. There is profit motive, but in general, it does work. It works pretty well. Don't take weird edge cases to describe the whole process, and don't listen to random internet weirdos that tell you crazy nonsense stuff. That's do real research, trustworthy research from people who know what they're talking about. Not a random internet idiot. Like me, I'm not a doctor. But I do believe in science, and I have a general trust of the scientific method and the peer review process. I've gone on long enough. I'm not going to change any minds probably from doing this, but if you're hesitant, it was fine. The Pfizer one was completely fine for me. The Johnson & Johnson one that was paused has a slight risk, but, it's very small. It was paused so they could review it to make sure that it's safe, to make sure that you are safe, that shows that the system works. They noticed a little blip, a possible problem, and they paused to assess whether or not that was dangerous or not. That's a good sign that shows that the system is working. So, go get your vaccine so we can end this pandemic. I don't want it to get dragged on longer than necessary. It's ridiculous. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for, if you are wearing a mask out in public and washing your hands and trying to follow some of this, the CDC and World Health Organization guidelines. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Don't listen to fear-mongering stuff. There was fear-mongering for the smallpox vaccine. It's the same exact dumb arguments. And the fact that it still works is so upsetting that we haven't, we're still humans, we're the same people, so, we're going to be susceptible to the same arguments, but I would wish that our education system or messaging was better. It should have improved by now to the point where the same talking points don't trick people into doing something dumb. All right, I'm really done now. Thank you for listening to this ramble. Yeah, no calls for engagement. This is just a PSA. The call for engagement is to go and schedule your free COVID vaccination. It is a good idea. It is good for you. It is good for all of us. And if we all get vaccinated sooner, there's less chance of variant mutations popping up and we have to do this whole damn thing over again. Let's just kick this virus's ass and have it done with. Please. And then the next time this technology is repurposed for a new disease, same thing. We'll kick its ass. It's awesome. It's sad that humans are so good at extincting things, but in this case, and smallpox's case, and other things, yeah, let's fucking wipe it out. We're good at killing. Let's at least apply that killing to something that we can all agree is a good thing. Next, the mosquito. Let's wipe out the mosquito next. Maybe that foot parasite that's in Africa, polio. Those are next on the list. All right, I'm really done. Vaccine, good. Go do. If already done, great. I love you very much. You're a wonderful person, and we can hug each other because we have been, well, no, we're not supposed to do that. But we can hang out outside without masks. CDC said that's okay. Yeah, vaccine buddies. All right, bye now.